It's not often you get a chance to talk to people about the future of their life, but it's one of the great gifts of being a life coach. Future seeing is, in fact, the ancient science of being able to predict, create, and cause the future. I think it's not for the faint-hearted. Most people are living today as if they were, let's say, in the past, or living today as if today and today's happiness is the single most important thing in their life, or living tomorrow in a dream world. And so coming back into the strength and the truth of future seeing really builds a sense of empoweredness and confidence and structure into the unknown, because we all know that the future has variables that we can't control, but we can, in a way, predict many of them. And so future seeing is not only about our own lives, but the lives of others. The key here is to recognize what is survival and what's the difference between survival and future seeing. And I think it starts with saying that I want to be 100% real. 100% real means that I'm not a victim, that if stuff is happening today that I'm not enjoying, I caused it. If life is not going down the path that I wanted to, I caused it. My behavior and thoughts and my actions yesterday manifested themselves today. So if I'm single, or if I'm in a difficult job, or if I'm not enjoying life, or I'm not well, that all came from food and diet and exercise programs I missed or overdid. It's come from judgments I've made from parents or people of the past. And so, in fact, where I've arrived at today is credit to me, or credit to us all, because look what we've created. We need to be thankful for it. But also, if we're not impressed, we're not where we want to be. If we want to go further, we have to be really careful not to continue to cause things the way we used to, because what we caused in the past created today, which is not where we want to be. So there's a real witnessing and honesty goes here. And it's got nothing to do with your personality. It's got nothing to do with your goodness or badness. It's got nothing to do with your rights or wrongs. It's got nothing to do with any of that character stuff, which is being laced out and presented to us in an emotional context to suggest that if we follow some sacred path of being a good guy or a bad guy or a whatever, or if we're mindful or not mindful, it will result in something that we want. This is not the truth. We cause things we want by behaving in certain ways and thinking in certain ways and acting in certain ways. And that script of what we need to think and act and behave to cause the things we want in the future has been written and written and written and over again. It's really easy. It's not hard to follow, but we mythologically develop some sense of self-identification and say, if I work really hard, for example, and keep doing what I'm doing, I will get what I want. But if you haven't got what you want, what you're doing isn't right. This is just the fact of life, that if what you've done in yesterday didn't cause what you want today, if what you've done for the last year didn't cause what you want today, you've got to bloody change it. You just can't keep doing what you're doing more tomorrow and hoping that the result will be different. A lot of people gravitate into the concept of being happy now will cause them to be happy in the future. That is absolute bunkum. What you actually find is a person who gets elated, super happy today, sexually gratified, or emotionally on a high, or attracted to something extremely today, will be extraordinarily disappointed and depressed. So that the happiness of the day doesn't translate into causation. And that's a really important thing for us to recognize in the process of future seeing, that we actually want to be the cause. Now, to be the cause of something is quite revolutionary. I think to be the cause of something unique, that's almost impossible, an almost impossible task. but to be the cause of something that's quite natural. For example, if I want to have a business and cause it to make a profit, that's not a great complicated process because it's been done 1,000 times. I just need to join the line of successful people who've done it and follow the formula. If I want to cause and celebrate a great relationship, I need to follow the formula. And the formulas are not emotional formulas. They're not storybooks. They're not novels. They're not self-help books, in fact. 99% of self-help books contradict themselves in the next 3 years. So self-help is no formula for causation. What is a formula for causation are nature's universal laws. And I think that we need to follow those laws really humbly and carefully in order to cause what we want and celebrate the outcomes. So I think there are blue actions. Let's call them the positive blue things. And that is to be really mindful about trusting your vision, visualizing your vision, living for your vision, expanding the now to include your vision, spend today into your vision, know what you will cause your vision, think, act, and think what you will cause your vision, act what you want, behave the way that will cause your vision. Be thankful for what you've got, which is really important. Be more thankful for life as it is. Wrap your arms around life. Celebrate the present. Spin your circumstances into causation. If you say, I would like to cause myself to be a millionaire, and you're currently struggling to find 10 cents in the house, spin that circumstance and say, I'm so grateful I have to find 5 cents because this is teaching me the humility that it will take to build $1 million. Link what you're doing to where you're going. Choose your moods. You know, many people get angry or get upset or get frustrated by other people, and they have no willpower whatsoever. Zero. No willpower. They are weak. They are frail, they are fragile, and it's really hard to be around these people because they'll blame everything and everyone for their mood. And yet, mood is something that we have absolutely 100% control over, provided we have willpower. And willpower in the ancient language was called God power. So a person who lacks the will to control their mood lacks the will for life. Remember, happy today doesn't cause tomorrow. Now let's look at yellow circumstances. Yellow circumstances are the bad ones, and I think I use the color yellow because I think it's cowardly color. Trying to fix people, blaming our circumstances for how we feel, what we're doing, and how we're reacting. Getting stuck angry at parents, stuck angry at ex-partners, stuck angry at the past, stuck in the present, trying to hold on to a feeling of bliss from a yoga class or a feeling of peace or a feeling of wellness. Getting stuck in the present, holding on to shit really is preventing us moving forward. And stuck in the future, meaning that we've created a nirvana somewhere out there in the wilderness in front of us, which makes us completely distracted or unable to celebrate the present. With this yellow zone is basically de-manifesting the future. Angry reactions, regret, exhaustion, quick fixes, knee-jerk fixes, false promises, weird expectation, and forgetting the basics. You know, the basics is this. If you're not happy today, whatever you did yesterday is caused today. There's no use doing what you did yesterday again today, reacting to life, because it's going to cause you to be unhappy tomorrow. So there's a stop point. There's a stop loss where you say, shit, I have to change something. I have to change my process of creation. I have to cause tomorrow. I'm going to sacrifice today. It is what it is. I'm going to let it go. It is what it is. I'm going to let today go. I'm just going to wrap my arms around it and say, well, today is here, nothing I can do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a process today of acting and thinking and behaving to cause my tomorrow. So we celebrate today, think, act, and behave for tomorrow. I'll leave these next slides up for you. Future seeing, celebrating today, and TAB, future seeing for the future. Think, live, and breathe, and think for tomorrow. So it all comes down to this. If the cat shits on the carpet, do you get angry and scream? Or do you ask, how do I stop the cat from shitting on the carpet tomorrow? You can remain calm. You know, the person who reacts to the cat shitting on the carpet and gets angry and screams doesn't change the cat's behavior. It just makes the cat frightened and puts in that person's DNA and the chemistry of their body aging properties, things that make them grow old and withered, acids and chemicals of debilitation. They destroy the cell structure of the body. So getting angry at the cat shitting on the carpet both doesn't cause the cat to change its behavior. Well, it may do so by fear, which is not a cat anymore. It's a frightened wet thing, and it's no longer a pet. So, and it also destroys the person who's thinking it. So celebrate the present, live for the future. This is the universe talking. This is how nature wants you to behave. Live as nature intended. Get what nature intended. Thankful for what you've got. You'll build on it. If you appreciate what you've got the way that you've got it, you'll get it the way that you want it. If you live for the future, what you do today creates tomorrow. And what you get tomorrow will manifest in a form that motivates you to live again for tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next. This is Chris. You have a beautiful day. Bye for now.